I just might fuck her!
Well, is Wardlow buried? That's the question people have. I don't know. They could be making Wardlow, or he could be buried. I don't know. Could be a lot of different things. How's everybody doing, man? I told you we'd be live again tonight, and we are ready to go in a second. Yes, sir. How's everybody in the chat doing? Hit that like button and stick the thumb. Gotta get 69 likes to make this thing happen, guys. Let's get to 69 likes, please. Let's get to 69 likes. What up, Matt Rossmeyer? We are going to be starting the show in just a minute, guys. Just stand by. Hit that like button. We're ready to go in a second. I'll be ready to go in a second. And we'll get this thing rolling. A lot of wrestling tonight, I think, really. Crowd was treated to a good amount of wrestling tonight. I think the show is probably going to fall into a 6 or 7.5 out of 10 category. Somewhere in there, just to start off things. I'm going to put a poll up in a second here. We're going to get the poll up there right now, and we're going to start this show up in a second. I got the donos ready to go. Super chats, feel free to drop them. Membership, become a member. Patreon, we've got some new patrons, including Shell, back at the $25 producer tier and more. On our way to 160 patrons. Thank you, guys. We're going to start her up in just a second. Stand by, and we'll be going here in just a moment. Bear with me a second, please. And hit that like button. Get ready to go. What did you guys think was the match of the night? What did you think was the match of the night? Leave it in the chat right now. Alrighty. Daddy's here, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, guys. You are the best in the world, and you know that. Hit that like button if you guys can. I want to thank everybody who became a patron today. You guys know you guys fund the show. I can't do it without you. You're the best, and we would not be running without you guys. So thank you for that. I know that I appreciate you guys hanging around, and that I'm sorry I don't put out as many videos as I used to. I will be getting back to a little bit more of an upload schedule coming soon. So now that I know things a little bit better. But I do appreciate that you guys are still keeping the show funded so I can still do this as a second job. Honestly, I have 2 jobs, and this is still one of them, and it's a very, very important one for me. So it means a lot that you guys support the channel like you guys do. Anyway, that being said, let's kind of get into this. A lot of contention here about the Samoa Joe situation, right? A lot of people think that this is burying Wardlow and that sort of thing. It is curious. My question about this, because I would actually say that this helped elevate Wardlow, but my problem is that, well, why is Darby Allin showing up as the hero then, and then saying, oh, I'll face you for the belt? You know, Wardlow does kind of look like a bitch. You know, he had his hair cut, but Darby Allin is the one that shows up to save him. But now Darby Allin's going to get a shot at the belt, so what's Wardlow doing? So if Darby Allin hadn't showed up and, you know, Samoa Joe had just destroyed Wardlow, I would say, well, they're heading for a big blow-off, a big match. You know what I mean? And I can't wait for that. But with Darby Allin injecting himself into it, it's like, well, is Darby Allin's getting the clout? You know, I'm a little bit confused. I don't know what the hell that's about. You know? Oh my God! Oh my God! Jerk me off!
Somewhere just beyond my reach, there's someone reaching back for me, racing on
The thunder!
rising with
Oh no, Spectral Citizen's gonna trigger people.
take us
Superman!
to sweep me off my feet. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. He's gotta be first from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light.
Spectral Citizen!
He's gotta be soon. He's gotta be larger than life. Larger than life. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
Hey, Joe, hope you had a good Christmas and have a happy new year, brother.
Damn. Yo, Spectral Citizen. Holy shit, bro. Spectral Citizen popping in here and popping off $40. Damn, bro. That even beats, well, no, it doesn't quite, but it does beat some of the stuff we saw earlier today in my midday stream. I streamed about 4 or 5 hours ago. If you guys are here for that. Spectral, thank you, bro. I hope you had a good Christmas as well. You know, I haven't talked about my Christmas, really, to be honest. I really did have a good Christmas. I was very, you know, not to be somber, but I was a bit sad this year. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I had a lot of stuff in my head. A lot of people lost their parents recently. You know, I just lost my dog. I was kind of sad about that. Like, it was our first Christmas in 40 years. In 14 years without my dog Melly, and so that was sad to me. I don't know if anybody else. You know, my kids didn't seem affected by it. My wife didn't say anything, but I mean, I was bothered by it a lot, and you know, I don't know, man. The kids have kind of moved on at this point. You know, Leah is pretty much, you know, like a stone cold, you know. But me, bro, I've been upset. All right. It's good. Thank you, babe. Oh, B. Brenna. Hey, can you open my door a little bit or it's going to get wicked hot in here? Thank you, babe. Right there. That's good. Thanks, sweetie. If I close my door all the way when my heater's on, this whole room gets crazy. My daughter walked by and said something to me, but she opened the door and it opened all the way. And so it would have been cold, but if you close the door all the way, it gets hot. But yeah, so I was upset by that a little bit. I don't know. And I didn't get the Christmas lights up all the way the right way this year. And, it was weird, man. I was very, very busy with everything. And so, yeah. I don't know, man. It just wasn't. I don't know, bro. Anyway, who cares? No one's here to hear me talk about that. But yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas, man. And now the kids are on Christmas vacation, so today I didn't have anything to do really, other than I did stuff around the house. So I was home today, so that was cool. Got to play Army Men and some games, and I really didn't get to do as much as I wanted to do with the kids, but we did do some stuff today that was cool. So it was a good time, man. I hope you had a good one as well. Spectral, thank you, bro. I'm switching from coffee to water now. Spectral Citizen, $40. Vote now for what you guys thought about AEW. We're going to take a look at the poll in a little bit when it hits around 200. We'll talk about it more then. But right now, people, there's a pretty overwhelming amount of good, it looks like. So it's looking like a positive show overall for most people. But we'll wait till it gets to about 200 votes, maybe 300 votes, and we'll get into it then. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Oh my God, again! What? The Soundwave 92! Yeah!
Somewhere just beyond my reach, there's someone reaching back for me, racing on the thunder and rising with the heat. It's gonna take a Superman to sweep me off my feet. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. He's gotta be fresh from the fight.
The Soundwave.
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. And he's gotta be sure, he's gotta be soon. He's gotta be larger than life, larger than life. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end.
That's like a double glory hole is what that is. Fun.
Solid show 7/10's best match was all mid Ethan Page and Bryan, but best segment was the Acclaimed calling out Double J and saying he was the worst Jeff Sinstrommer and stealing money like Kurt Angle's wife.
Oh, yeah.
I think Wardlow isn't buried, but his stock is down.
I do think Wardlow's stock is down. I don't think he's buried either. Man, Soundwave and me and you think alike a lot of times. It's very rare that we disagree. Soundwave 92, thank you, sir. $40 drop, which ties Spectral Citizen. So there you go. $40 from Spectral Citizen and Soundwave 92, man. Thank you both so much, man. Holy shit, bro. And they both have S's in their names. But no, yeah, so it's weird. It's like, okay, if Wardlow was in a fight with Samoa Joe tonight, and Samoa Joe had beat him down, he'd won the match, and then he cut his hair, even though it wasn't a hair match, and whatever, then I could see this making sense that they would then have a match like, okay, let's go have a hardcore match, or let's go have a anything goes match, or let's have a cage match, or let's have a first blood match, or something like that was coming next for these guys. That would make sense to me then, that there would be some kind of build-up, and then Wardlow would go over or be able to beat Samoa Joe, and now you're putting Wardlow on the map. But I don't get is that's not happening because Darby Allin came out. Like, oh, no, I'm Darby Allin. I'm going after the belt. Unless Darby Allin is going to go after the belt, Samoa Joe is going to beat his ass, and then Wardlow is going to show up, be like, I'm back. Remember what you did to me? I'm back. And now we're going to have a match. And now I'm going to win that match. So if that's what's coming, then I understand this. Do you know what I mean? But I'm a little concerned. Because while I wouldn't say Wardlow is buried just because he's involved in a storyline and he sort of, you know, he had to get choked out because of that, I do think that his stock is down, as Soundwave said. We've said this for weeks. You know, that Wardlow's been like pushed aside. They built up this steam. It's like, dude, they built up a head of steam with Wardlow, and then they just went nowhere. Do you know, like, if there's something to criticize with AEW, it's that they do this a lot with a lot of people. There's only been some people where they actually hit. Like they did it with the Acclaimed. They saw what was going on with the Acclaimed, and the Acclaimed got over, and then they sort of like they fed into it, and then they let it go, and they kept pushing it, and it's still here. But with Wardlow, it was like the train was rolling, everybody was going, and then they sort of just went, okay, we don't know what to do now. And it's like, what do you mean? You guys know what to do when it comes to the Acclaimed. You got that to roll. But when it comes to Wardlow, he's rolling, and then you're like, oh, no, let's just cool him off now just because we made a little bit of a mistake. You know, they hit a little bump in the road after MJF. And then it's like, okay, like, why are you doing this? Like, I don't get it. Like, you had something going, and then you pulled back the reins. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Thank you, Soundwave92, for the $40. Much appreciated, bro. Get hard, by the way. Appreciate it.
Shit bum.
That Acclaimed video had some serious bars. #hip hop.
You know, let's go to that. Also, you know, Hook had a lot of stuff. Listen to this too, by the way. Mario Rodriguez, thank you for the donation, man. Also want to say, Mario, thank you. Also want to say that, you know, Bryan Danielson and All Ego, you know, they opened up the show pretty good. The crowd was fairly quiet for a while. Then they eventually started with the "This is awesome" chants. So that was like a pretty good wrestling match right there off the opening. You know, and then there was some decent stuff that we saw after that. Let's listen to this in the back with Wardlow real quick.
From me, you'll see that you just didn't do the homework.
Wardlow, pretty powerful words from Samoa Joe.
Renee looking preggers.
Tonight you're going to be facing him in the main event, looking to regain your championship. How are you feeling ahead of this matchup tonight?
I'm just kidding, by the way.
Powerful words. See, that's the problem. There's been way too many words. Tonight is about powerful action.
You want action? You want action? This is your action. I did this to you. I did this to you.
Wow, we need some medical attention from Wardlow right now.
I mean, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. Come on. I did this to you. I thought that was funny. I did this to you.
Settle down, Cowboy.
You've been following.
The Adam Page, Dark Order stuff in the back, not really a fan of that. You know what I mean? Not much of a fan of that. You know, we kind of talked about other stuff. There was a good mix of like in-ring and then to the backstage. In-ring to the backstage. Let's listen to some more backstage.
Slayer of regrets, old and new, sought by many and found by few. Clementine.
God damn, that chick looks hot as hell.
Best friends. Misunderstood. We've done this dance for far too long. I mean, it was only last week that I eliminated you again. It's about time for the final act where I peel that All-Atlantic Championship from your limp little...
Kip, you're forgetting that I eliminated you right after you got him, so by your logic, I get a title shot,
yeah,
not you.
that makes a lot of sense. So Trent gets a title shot before you.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
You know what? I look forward to seeing this. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you. It's going to be on. We're going to do it on Rampage.
Awesome. All right. Sounds official. It's all going down on Rampage.
Well, it's not official because Tony Khan didn't say it is. But no, interesting thing. I like Orange Cassidy. It's so weird. I like him. I was annoyed by him for a while, and I didn't like him. I like him. It's just, but he remind only because he reminds me of my friend Jack from high school. But that segment was not the greatest. I don't really understand where they were going with this. You know, Hook got a lot of ovation tonight, by the way. In this, listen to some of this.
Well, Hook,
listen to this.
Again, showing no respect to his opponent, to his competition. His back is turned. And, you know, we saw after Hook's match last week that Stokely Hathaway and Big Bill attacking.
The fans are loud here, like rumbling. It's weird.
Jungle Boy
winds up with those arms. I mean, his shots, everything he does is with such.
The intensity in the match from Hook throwing the guy was great. Like it was like he was trying to tell everybody, "Fucking, I'm here." Like I can't. Like Hook really did a good job throwing that dude. Maybe he's a little too. You know, Derek in the chat says his facial features and stuff like that. Maybe you're right a little bit. See, the thing about all this stuff is I keep finding these good things about people, and then I keep seeing stuff that's like maybe not good, right? Like there's something about Orange Cassidy that I like, but then there's a whole bunch of things about Orange Cassidy that annoy me. Do you know what I mean? And then there's stuff about Hook that I think is great. And then there's some other things about Hook that I think is like retarded. So it's like I don't know. I'm being honest. But what I can say is the crowd is buzzing here in the Hook match, if you listen to it.
Force, passion.
Boom! He comes in with a clothesline, does Hook. And now Hook with that. Look at that!
overhead suplex.
What a suplex by Hook! Some people are booing him, but some people are cheering him right now. That's what's happening with Hook. And now Hook with those shots right across the face, right across the chin. And now rolls him over. Complete control into a lock and a tap out and Hook. It's over. Just like that for Hook.
I told you
Man,
it wasn't a good move.
talk about going to sleep in a hurry there. I'll tell you what. For a young man, this guy's got some scary... What the hell is this?
Every single week, somebody, your father, somebody wants to.
Your father. So pretty good stuff from Hook. I wish they'd put him over a little more, but on the commentary. But obviously Taz, he's your son. You know, you love him. Yay! Oh, my told my kids the best. I get it. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I think that I think Hook, he looks great for the most part. I think he looks great for the most part. You know what I mean? I don't know. And the thing about it is, Stokely is, by the way, Stokely is standing like, I'm trying to, like, Stokely is standing like a garden gnome, looking for cock. The way Stokely's standing here. Look at this. I'm looking for cock there. Has anybody got some cock for me? I'm sorry. I don't know why. But he looks like that. But I like Hook. The fans are responding to Hook as well. You know, and they've been building him for a long time here. I think they should keep building him as much as they can until they get to the point where maybe the fans are rumbling even more, and he has to go up against a challenge that's crazier than he's ever been involved with. And I think some of that is happening here a bit, but I don't know. And you know, Wardlow at some point hit a point with the fans where it was like the fans told you, this is awesome. This is the guy right now. Let's go. We're into this big time. And then they kind of made a mistake with Wardlow. And then after that, they never really recovered like they never attempted to just pretend that didn't happen and keep pushing him. You know, it was kind of like when Daniel Bryan joined the Wyatt family. I didn't like that. I thought it stalled some things, and what they did was they just pushed through and kept going with him, and it still worked out. And I think that that's what they should have done with Wardlow, and they stalled for way too long. Sure, you hit a little bump in the road, but now get right back to it that he's Wardlow and this is awesome. But they didn't do that, in my opinion, quick enough. But whatever. And now he's kind of still stuck in this. He's still a featured guy. He's still there. It's not buried. He's not buried. He's just, but he's floundering a little bit in some ways.
Tell me and the entire world that you're such a badass.
Yo.
Against us, you're not going to be able to get the job done. You are like the Southwest Airlines of AEW.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what
does that mean?
Be careful that I don't slap him across his lip.
Well, you know, Stokely's going to get AEW sued by Southwest Airlines, whatever that means.
Scrapping on the outside, but inside the ring.
In the ring, look at this in the ring. Oh my God.
When Big Bill stepped into the ring and stared down Hook here, this is a type of sight that Vince McMahon would have loved. You know, back in the day, this is the stuff that Vince McMahon would love. Just this sight of Hook is cool and all these other things. Look at Big Bill. Look at that. Just right there, that sight is something that a guy like Vince would appreciate.
The size of Big Bill.
But then look at Hook. He's not backing down.
He is not concerned in the least. Not afraid.
And on the floor, Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Look at that. Look at Hook's neck. If Hook's neck had a go-go gadget. Oh, look out. And now Big Bill. Wait a minute, Hook. Oh, he was too big, though. Even for Hook. And now a chokehold applied. And look out. And here's Jungle Boy with a 2x4. Right to the kidneys. Jungle Boy's beating the hell out of Big Bill with Hacksaw's favorite.
He was going for the head. You are right. That's good for Big Bill.
You know, anyway, the crowd pop here really tells you that these two guys, two young guys, about the same height, young dudes, Jungle Boy needed a 2x4. It makes sense to me. People love Hook at this point. They love Jungle Boy's theme. The place is going nuts. You can't argue with this segment not being great for the crowd. I like this segment. It's an easy win. Oh man, what an easy win right there. You get the spectacle of Big Bill in the face of Hook. That crew, they're hated bad guys. Jungle Boy a face, Hook is a face. You put them together to make sure people know it. They like the segment, the 2x4. That is a nice segment. That's a segment that a young kid is going to remember and be like, that was cool. Like, you know, a 10-year-old or 11-year-old or 12-year-old maybe watching that might think like that was pretty cool, you know, or whatever the fuck you want to say. So anyway, that was pretty good. I thought that was good. I was into that. No one's ever going to boo Jungle Boy with that theme. You know, it's one of my favorite songs of all time. And obviously me and Tony Khan have a lot of similar tastes. And by the way, you know, last week we had this big, anything goes brawl, and then they kind of did the same thing this week. I mean, they did any falls count anywhere or whatever it was tonight. And it was chaotic. It was crazy. Some people thought it was cringe. You know, I saw a lot of people who thought it was just cringy and are just sick of, you know, the Young Bucks and whatever. But I know a lot of people that liked it too. So, you know, say what you want. Anything goes, you know, street fight, whatever. They did it last week. They did it again. You know, I don't know. But in the end, it was entertaining enough for me. You know, nothing was better than that back body drop reversal on the outside of the apron. I thought that was just awesome. There was some things in this that were pretty awesome, too, before that. But Pentagon, I think it was, or whoever it was on the side of the apron, I mean, that was nutty. I mean, there was There was a crescendo of crazy. Once again, it's a destruction derby of crazy shit that we saw in this match. Do you know what I mean? Let's listen to some.
Triangle's chance to close it out.
Buenas tardes. Buenas noches.
Fear factor, no. Nick Jackson. Back body drop on.
There's the back body drop. Now there's this.
Matt waiting on the floor for Penta.
Scoops him up. Tombstone.
This could be disastrous for Penta El Cerro.
Melts a driver.
Even Nick's looking like, what? You want me to? All right. Oh my God.
Dude, Nick landed on his fucking tailbone. Like, he might have, like, I thought he broke his tailbone because he did the spin in the air, and he probably was hoping to, like, use the ass of Penta, whatever, Ceramiero, to, like, cushion himself as he comes down. But, dude, he missed him, and his ass just went boom on the ground. And he, like, dude, I was like, oh, my God, bro, this guy's broke his tailbone. I was convinced he broke his tailbone. Or his ass is bruised at least. You know what I mean? At least that's what I thought. Thank you to Spectral Citizen. Thank you to Soundwave 92. $40 donations. Those are the two largest donations of the stream. I have not put the donation link in the chat yet. If you guys want to support me, this channel, and what I do, I didn't even put it in the chat. My bad, bro. Here it is. Here's the link to it in the chat. If you guys want to donate and support the channel, there it is. A bunch of people were hitting me up. Where's the donation link? There it is. It's also in the description box down below, but just in case, you know, boom, there it is right there. I appreciate it, guys. You guys keep the shows running. You know the deal. But yeah, so like I thought fucking Nick Jackson was dead right there.
Able to break it up to prevent the 3 count.
Shivani got to stop laughing. Derek, I know, man. Derek, dude, there's so much to sort of nitpick. Even though I thought the show was pretty good, and this was a show that was so much better than what we saw on Raw last week and the other night. Obviously, the other Monday, that doesn't even count. It was a bullshit episode. The week before that was piss, though. This was better. But there are some nitpicky things that I could get into that are, you know, a bit annoying as well. I get it, for sure. There's a bunch of things here. Here we go.
Denver, quite literally the mile-high city, as Pac shooting star press. He landed on his feet.
He got hit in the head with that chair. That was awesome. That was awesome. And now another one. Penta takes one. Pac is down. Penta's down. All P's are laid out right now.
This could be the end if they land the BTE trigger.
The Young Bucks are going nuts right here. It was great. Everybody's down. And then here we go to Kenny Omega with Ray Phoenix. And it's a tilt-a-whirl, and then it is a one-winged angel from hell, from heaven to hell. The one-winged angel comes crashing down. And Kenny Omega gets the win, but he's selling like he just broke his spine, though. I love that. I got to be honest, bro. And for all I know, he really is hurt. I don't know, but I think he's selling. But Kenny Omega, dude, is like, he's like, yeah, I won, but fuck, He's just selling it. And, dude, we shit on Kenny Omega so much sometimes. I love him sometimes, and sometimes he's a little too theatrical or whatever you want to call it. You know, Twinkle Toes McGee, he's like, and so maybe Jim Cornette will shit on him. But I don't know. I liked that he was kind of trying to sell that, oh, man, I'm fucking hurt. I'm fucking hurt, man. I just won, though. And so, I don't know. It was pretty good, I thought. I thought he did a good job. I got to be honest. I liked what he did. And it was pretty good for me. Selling that tailbone or lower back or whatever it was. He made sure to cover him while he was in obviously extreme pain. I mean, I thought that looked really good, bro. I thought it actually looked like how you would look if you were panicking for a second, if you just Charlie horsed yourself or you hurt your tailbone really bad. You know what I mean? I don't always think that Kenny Omega is the best or anything like that, but I thought that was good. So, you know, he did a good job. And then comes what we've all been waiting for, the Acclaimed rap. Ladies and gentlemen, we love to review the Acclaim's raps. So let's go ahead and let's listen to the Acclaim's raps. You know how much I love these. Let's check it out.
This was the AEW.
Here it is.
People want to know what you doing on our show when you haven't been relevant since 2004. Spending my days working hard on the go. Yo, it's platinum on the mic, going hard on these hoes. A double J, you a double A ho.
I love that he fucking referenced the fucking My Baby Tonight song. I mean, bro, dude, when With My Baby Tonight came out, was he even born? Was he even born when that came out? I remember being a kid. I really thought Double J sang that song, you know? And now when you hear it, you know it's Road Dogg. But like back when I was a kid, I could not believe that he was lip syncing that. And that was a whole Milli Vanilli angle in WWE. Doesn't it make you nostalgic for that time in WWE, 1993 or whatever year it was? 94? 95. 94, 95, I forget. I was 10 years old, and I was such a big WWF fan at the time. And at that time, I remember I was still sad that Hulk Hogan was gone from WWF. So anyway, I'm getting off topic, but what a beautiful flashback. It's amazing that I've been watching WWE since I was 5 years old in about 1988 or 1989. And what a ride it's been, bro. And now here we are talking about it because of AEW.
Really thinking you could beat a claim? No, not to have you tapping like a Morse code. I stay scheming like I'm Global Force Gold. You're a carny.
Oh, he took a shit on Global Force Wrestling.
Ripping people off every minute. Gizet is off, Mizad isn't the king of the mountain for this ass whooping. The last outlaws, last match, last booking. Slap you so hard till my palms hurt. You're the worst Jeffrey since Dahmer. Failing upwards is just your way of life. And you stealing money like it's Kurt Angle's wife. R-A-S-S-L-E, wrestler. Couldn't draw a dime in my time, you a bastard. You're a carny, Jeff, you're the master. The Acclaim, we always get the last word. I pimp slap you, turn your hat backwards. I'ma have you seeing stars like a password.
Okay, Castor was born in 1989. That was about the year I started watching WWE, 1989, which would have made me about 5 years old, yeah, so. Because, I mean, I was born in 84, so I'm just a little bit older than him. I know a lot of you guys out there like Andy, you guys are like 50 years old, 60 years old, 45 years old. People have been watching this longer than me. But, I'm just stating my life. But I know some of you have been watching longer than me. Some of you watch Bruno Sammartino.
Still here in 2020, what? That is absurd. Got me laughing at you so hard, make my abs hurt. Wait, what do we have here? It's Ring of Honor's top guy from their bad years. Jay Lethal's only known for imitating dudes. 20-year veteran and no one's imitating you. Lost to Flair, he was 74. By the way, Jay, my elbow is better than yours. I got over, I ain't have to copy Macho. When I'm on the top rope, you're in TNA so long, you got Stockholm Syndrome.
Dude, this is unreally funny.
Split you like a wishbone. Jared, I'ma slap these nuts on your chin bone. Carry the guitar, can't play one lick. Only thing that you stroke is your little ass. R-A-S-S-L-E, wrestler. Couldn't draw a dime in my time, you a bastard. You're a carny, Jeff, you're the master. The Acclaim, we always get the last word.
Oh my God, bro. That's great. He should have said something like, and what does your girl at home do while you're in the ring? She probably next door with the neighbor scissoring, like, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, that'd been funny, bro, if he said something like that, like Karen or whatever. I don't know, bro. You gave her, I don't know, whatever. I don't know, but he should have worked scissoring in there somehow. God damn it. Doesn't really work, but maybe he could figure it out. Great rap by the Acclaim.
Wow.
Yo.
If I had to guess,
I love the reaction by Tony, dude. Wow. Wow. Like, it's actually a really good reaction, to be honest. Listen. That's fucking hilarious.
Couldn't draw a dime in my time, you a bastard. You're a carny. Jeff, you're the master. The Acclaim, we always get the last word.
Wow. Tony, if I had to guess, I'm going to say that's probably not the end of it between the Acclaim, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Leah.
A lot of pissed off people in the building right now, I would think.
The reaction is great, bro. That's a great reaction by Tony Schiavone there. Schiavone's had some piss-poor reactions sometimes recently, but that was not one of those. That was a good one. Oh, my God, bro. That is so funny, bro. That is fucking hilarious, bro. Man, that's funny. So that was good, man. I'd say 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to have to give that an 8.5 out of 10. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Good shit.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
That's funny.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Cheers, chat. How you guys doing?
Tell your community to stop coming into my chat to just troll me. This is why I am not coming back on your show, because you don't know how to control your community. Go piss off, Joe. You keep bringing your trolls in my streams. You are the one to blame.
Ha! They're never gonna stop, bro. They're never gonna stop until you're fatter than you already are. It's never gonna end.
Fuck you with a broomstick.
Anyway, then the women came out and they did all right.
And the Jay trying to reach over to get tight on it.
I thought this was, one of the better women's showings in a while. Man, the women were hot. Dude, you know what? I got to be honest. The women were hot. I listen, I'm not trying to be a pig or a bitch or whatever the fuck. The women were decent at times in this match. I don't love all these women have had real bad matches recently, but they did a pretty good job here for the most part. Ruby was Riott or Soho.
Return the favor.
Was a little more impactful than recent times. So, there was some things okay about this. Probably was one of the weaker things of the night still anyway, but, it was all right. And I forget, I was going to say something, and I can't remember. Oh, yeah, well, all I could think during this match was my wife. Bro. My wife woke me up last night with, rainbow stockings on and nothing else. That's all I know. That's all I know, bro. Dude, she fucking, I woke up, I was like, what's going on? You ever look, you look at a woman, and her, just her back is very nice and skinny, and her bum is very nice, and, voluptuous in a nice way, and she's got little curves, but tiny little waist, and her legs are just smooth, and her body's smooth, and just, oh my God, bro, and beautiful. And they have, the leggings on, these little rainbow leggings. Good Lord. I'm sorry. But while I was watching the women's match, all I could think about was, my wife last night was Leah. Let me tell you something. I'm actually hypnotized from last night, from what I saw. I wish for everybody that you find a woman that you love and that she's beautiful and she surprises you all the time and she's crazy. Man, my wife was so sweet to me yesterday. It was unbelievable. I hope everybody has someone like that. I had a kind of a shitty day. Like, she like, bro, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to deserve yesterday. But, like, she surprised me with, like, chocolate and, like, scratch tickets. It was weird. And woke me up at night with what I just mentioned. Like, so, yeah, I don't know what I did yesterday. But I don't know what was going on. But she was, like, unreal. Like, sweet to me yesterday. And I hope everybody has that. But the point of this whole story is I couldn't stop thinking about that because the women in this match were looking pretty good. Everybody was looking pretty good.
I thought that Ruby had it there. Yeah, she didn't really have the shoulders crossed that well, but still the fight.
Ruby didn't really go for the pin 100%, you know? What up, Sammy? How you doing, bro? My girl is mean, says GMTA. Well, dude, you know Leah can be a savage, too. Like, Leah can be savage as fucking crazy. But I don't know what I did. But, good Lord, bro. I don't know why. I couldn't. I had to tell somebody that, so I told my audience. You know, I don't know. I was like pampered yesterday or something. Let's listen to Ricky Starks. Here it is.
Experiment to be had. But what I can tell you this is January 4th, there's going to be a masterclass of when Ricky Starks whoops Chris Jericho's ass. The legend himself. Well, legend to legend, let me tell you this. I have a big mouth and a bad attitude because I am absolute Ricky Starks. And I am the one that's going to take Chris Jericho down several notches. Why? Because I can.
Okay. Very lackluster from Ricky Starks. I mean, he seems cool, but I don't know. He's just missing something. He doesn't quite have the size. So the size has got to be in the charisma. But he doesn't quite have that. He does have charisma, though. He's got some charisma. And he speaks all sexy like. But there's something else that's not quite there.
Yes, I'm a star, obviously, last week due to JAS. I mean, what do you expect from a group like that? So I'm going to do for him what he can't do for himself, and that's get a little revenge in Seattle next week. Chris, I want you to understand something, my man. I appreciate the compliment. Yes, I'm a star, obviously, but I'm a star that you cannot control. And that right there is something that you don't like. You don't like the fact that I think for myself. You are not putting it in to any Starks experiment around here, okay? Because there is no experiment to be had. But what I can tell you this is January 4th, there's going to be a masterclass of when Ricky Starks whoops Chris Jericho's ass. The legend himself. Well, legend to legend, let me tell you this. I have a big mouth and a bad attitude because I am absolute Ricky Starks. And I am the one that's going to take Chris Jericho down several notches. Why?
You know who already did that? Was a jobber a few nights back. You know, so there's already been a little jobber out there who's taken Chris Jericho down a few notches. Don't you guys understand this? This is what's going on all over the place right now in AEW. There's constantly one storyline in one thing, but then there's this subdivision other storyline that's actually interfering with that storyline. For instance, Wardlow and Samoa Joe. If we're trying to build Wardlow, why is Darby Allin getting in the middle of it? Why not just let Wardlow have the feud with Samoa Joe? Because before that, they were having a feud and Hobbs was involved in it. But now it can't just be Wardlow versus Samoa Joe to build Wardlow. Now we've got to have Darby Allin in the way of it. But then you have absolute Ricky Starks who's trying to say, no, Jericho, you're not going to control me. I'm Ricky Starks. I'm obviously a star, and I'm gonna beat you down a few notches next week. Well, but why does that matter? A jobber just beat Chris Jericho. So a jobber just did it. So now if you don't do it, you kind of are a bitch because a jobber just fucking beat Chris Jericho a couple of weeks ago. So who gives a shit if Ricky Starks now beats Chris Jericho? But these are the things that AEW doesn't think about. They just go, ooh, you know, I've got an idea. Let's have a jobber beat Chris Jericho and he'll go crazy. And then he's going to face Ricky Starks. Well, what's the fucking point? I want to see Jericho versus the jobber again. I want to see Jericho be like, all right, jobber, you think you're going to embarrass me? I'm going to embarrass you in a career match or, you know, in a fucking a hair match or in a barbed wire match or whatever. And you're like, damn, you know, and then now they've got a feud and you actually care about the jobber versus Jericho. But now it's back to Ricky Starks. But who cares? What? So, like, what is going on in this company? Are they on crack? Like, do they not know? Like, what are they fucking doing? Like, they're fucking their own storylines up. Granted, I love the storyline with the jobber. But why did you do it then? Why? Because now who cares if Ricky Starks wins? I mean, like, it's just like, what are they doing? I don't understand. I know what they're doing, but it's no, like, what? I don't know, bro. It just doesn't. It's like, and Ricky Starks' promo should have been like, you know, Chris Jericho, you're just mad at me because you can't control me. You know you can't control me. That's all you want to do. Whenever somebody steps out of line and doesn't follow your narrative, follow the king, Chris Jericho, Mr. Entertainer, Mr. Narrative, whatever you want to do. Whenever someone doesn't fall in line, you attack them, you light them on fire, you beat them with a bat, you have a bunch of goons beat somebody up, but you're never going to beat up Ricky Starks. You try to control me, I'm going to control the hell out of you. I'm going to control you in the ring. Next week, Chris Jericho, I'm going to control you in the ring. And you hate that. You hate when somebody else takes control of you. Look at what that jobber did to you a couple weeks ago. Your head must be ready to explode, but that's peanuts compared to what I'm going to do. I'm going to beat you in the ring several times, Jericho. I'm going to beat you definitively several times. I'm going to beat you on the microphone. I'm going to beat you in the ring. I'm going to beat you on the promo. I'm going to beat you on a flight. I'm going to beat you in the rainforest. I'm going to beat you in the dentist office. I'm going to beat you on TV. I'm going to beat you in front of your family. I'm going to beat you on the beach. I'm going to beat you outside of an arena. I'm going to beat you to the rental car lot, Chris Jericho. I'm going to beat you everywhere in every facet of life. And I'm going to control you. I'm going to control you so much that the only thing you're going to remember is I'm Chris Jericho and I'm Ricky Starks' bitch. And that's what you're going to be. And wait till you see what I do, Jericho. I'm going to beat you so bad, you're going to quit AEW like Ronda Rousey quit UFC. That's what I'm going to do to you, Chris Jericho. That's going to be my legacy. Ricky Starks, who controlled Chris Jericho so bad, he quit the wrestling business. The biggest feather in my cap is, number one, ending your career, ending your time in AEW, and then I'm going to be the one that's known as the real killer of Chris Jericho. But instead, he was just there like, I'm sexy, I'm Ricky Stark, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if you need to go that far, but the bottom line is, you know, it's like, I get it, though. I get what they're doing. But it's like, dude, the jobber just won last week. You know? So, I don't know. What are you going to do? All right, I need a breath after that. Jesus Christ. I'm out of fucking breath. I'm out of breath, bruh. I'm out of breath, bruh. I gotta breathe. I gotta breathe. Yo. I'm okay. Really fucking out of breath there. My poor mother is sick tonight. Hope she's okay. My mom's got a cold. She said it wasn't COVID, though. She tested herself, so that's good. But J.G. Wentworth, it's your money. Use it when you need it. Or is that a different company? I don't remember. I don't know. 877 cash now. Isn't that them? Isn't that them? They should be paying me for that, by the way. God damn it. Hey, shout out to Shell, who became a producer on Patreon once again. Shell coming in at the $25 spot. She actually had to go 36 Canadian to get that. So, Shell, thank you so much for joining up on Patreon once again. I really appreciate the support tonight. Joe, remember people saying Ricky Starks is the next Rock? Yeah. He looks like the mini Rock. You know, he looks like he could play like little mini Rock or something like that, but that's it. That's all he could do, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and give Dynamite tonight I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'll tell you right off the bat. And then Samoa Joe, and Wardlow had a good match. Wardlow got blown up at some point. The fans were rolling with it. I don't understand why they had to beat Wardlow and then have Darby Allin save him. I mean, I love Darby Allin, and he's a staple of AEW. And I want Darby Allin to be pushed as one of the top mainstays of the company because he is. But why is he sort of taking over for Wardlow? I guess I didn't get that. I mean, I liked what they did, but I just want it to be between Samoa Joe and Wardlow. And you already did this thing with Jungle Boy and Hook earlier. And it was just very similar to that, and you did this just earlier in the night. And Darby Allin is the one who shows up to attack Samoa Joe. So I guess I'm just confused. Why, unless Wardlow is being like written off TV for a while or something, why did they do this? Now if they were doing this to Wardlow so that Wardlow could come back and face Samoa Joe next week or in the next couple of weeks and they could start another feud or keep the feud going, I would understand this. I would think, great, I like what they did. Wardlow got choked out. Samoa Joe beat him up afterwards. Now Wardlow's going to get his revenge, and this is going to help build Wardlow some more. But, having Wardlow get choked out and embarrassed, but then Darby Allin comes to his aid and, like, Samoa Joe's, like, afraid of Darby Allin, kind of. I don't get that. So I'm a little bit lost there with what's going on. But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing in AEW here. Some of this stuff is great. Some of this stuff worked well. But some of the stuff literally was counterproductive to the story they're trying to tell. So I don't get it. There's 3 examples of it tonight that I've given you. 3 examples of a story is happening, and that actually seems pretty good. But then a third party is involved in a way that is undermining the feud. You know what I mean? Like it's very bizarre. So because if those things didn't happen, I might give tonight an 8 out of 10. But there's just some counterproductive types of things going on. But there were a lot of matches set up, and there was a lot of progression set up in some ways. So that was kind of cool, and unpredictability a little bit. But then there's some repetitive stuff too. So, I don't know. But I did, somewhat enjoy the show. I did enjoy the show tonight. I will say I liked the show tonight. I would give it a thumbs up. And it looks like you guys did too. 66% of you. 280 votes. So there you go. 66% of you gave the show a thumbs up tonight. So overall, you guys gave the show a thumbs up. 6 out of 10 people in the chat give the show a thumbs up. 25% of you thought it was blah. And only 9% thought it was horrible. So overall, pretty good rating for AEW tonight. A little bit lower than normal, but also not lower than we've seen, and certainly not a thumbs down. So AEW gets another win tonight. WWE is still not, some nights when WWE wins the poll, they're at like 58 or 55% or 52% or something. And then there's nights where they certainly lose and they get a thumbs down. But, 8 out of 10 times or 9 out of 10 times AEW gets a thumbs up. And about 8 out of 10 times WWE gets a thumbs down. So that's where we're at right now with both companies as far as you guys go or my chat overall. But yeah, pretty good show tonight for the most part. Just some head-scratching things. And if you missed what I said about the show tonight, go back and watch this video because I went over, I think, just about everything there. I want to thank everybody in the chat who's been commenting, liking, clicking the like button, subscribing to my channel. Hopefully every day you guys are going to get a video here. I'll be live all the time, as you know. I welcome you here. I thank you for giving me your time and hanging out. And a very big thank you to everybody who donates live, like Spectral Citizen, Soundwave 92. Top 2 donations of the night. Thank you guys for keeping me going. Allison Tuckwab earlier tonight. Shell and everybody else who joined back up on the Patreon on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Guys, if you don't know, there's thousands of podcasts that I've done with former friends, former co-hosts, tons of people, my wife, everybody. There are so many podcasts available on Patreon that you can't get on YouTube. Comedy shows, over-the-line comedy shows, shock jock stuff, songs, full podcasts that are 2, 3 hours, 4 hours long. Like all of these right here. Morning Madness, 200-something episodes. Corrupted Podcast, 200-something episodes. Wrestling, side wrestling shows, 32 posts. Music, songs, 131 songs and more. Note to self, Jake and Joe, After Dark, Cronin and Bailey, Cronin and DeMarco, Jake and me and my wife, Talk Spooky with my wife and Monica, gaming podcast, shoot videos, all kinds of shit right here. Me and Tasovich, just so much shit that you may have never heard before. Plus audio of shows that you can't hear on YouTube. Audio versions of the shows, and just tons of shit to sift through. You'll never end if you've never been on Patreon before, and you can access most of it for like a couple bucks. But for $5, you get just about everything. Just about everything for $5. $1 or $2 will get you most things too. 75-80% everything. $5 will get you almost everything. $10 VIP will get you everything plus the special Discord. $25 gets you the producer tier level, and some people are in the $50 and $100 category if you want to be wild. And if you want to be in insane attention, like Ghost from the Coast, $150 a month on Patreon. Thank you, Ghost from the Coast. And everybody else, thank you. But check out my Patreon. It's not just jumping on Patreon to support my show with $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever. You have ad blocker, you want to give me $3 a month because you block ads, whatever. It's not just that. There's a shitload of content on there. Like, you don't want to miss the shit on Patreon. Go become a patron. We're approaching 161 patrons. 161. At one point years ago, we had 400 patrons. It was popping. There's so much content there. It's fun as fuck. You know what I mean? Go back and enjoy it. Chase, thank you, bro. Oh, dude, I'm sorry about your kid being in the hospital, bro. I hope you're okay. Please let me know how that goes. I don't know what's going on 100%. Chase, I love you, bro. Love to your family, man. So many people's families are sick. Parents have died. Our parents are in the hospital. There's so many things, Chase. And if you're saying your son's in the hospital, that's crazy, bro. Let me know how that goes. I love you guys. My heart breaks, bro, for some people. They tell me about what's going on. Drew Barr just lost his father. I'm so sorry, man. I love you guys. I want to be there. I've been so busy. I'll try to be there to talk if you can. Reach out to me. Hopefully the shows take your minds off everything. I get it. It's been a real hard last couple of years for everybody. And right now there's a lot of crazy shit going on for a lot of people. Way worse than anything that some of us are dealing with, and some people are dealing with some crazy shit. So thank you, and I hope everything's okay for everybody's family.
Shit bum.
Did you watch the last House of Glory show?
No. I would never watch that piece of shit promotion, Donnie Murdoch, because there's a midget that works there who literally is a midget who drives an automatic car. So I would not watch any of their shows. But why? Was it different than the other ones? Were there more flips than usual? Chase, thank you, man. If you are back on there, really appreciate that. Thanks for being a member still as well, and let me know how it goes, man. Congrats on the job. I trust me, I know. I've been bouncing around. Chase Weatherwalks, you are a beast, bro. I hope everything's okay. Let me know. Bro Kick, what's up? All right, boys and girls, hit that like button, and I'll see you tomorrow at some point. And then Friday night, monetize this. I'll see you. Last week, my wife dumped alcohol in my eyes. It was a crazy stream, actually, to be honest. Or was it? Which stream was it? I don't remember. You got to go to live now to find the streams. Yeah, it was monetize this. I mean, so much shit went down on monetize this. It's almost hard to keep up with it. But if you didn't see monetize this episode 395, I definitely recommend you guys jump over there and watch monetize this 395. It was up and down, but we had some pretty crazy moments.
It's like Jameson should usually have the shit that you fucking want to throw up on.
Leah forgot her wine upstairs, so it's like, well, what was the point? We were supposed to make you drink, Leah, like a lot.
Hey, how about
to the point where you.
I mean, you sound like upstairs is 100 miles away.
Well, I got to get the clip when she throws the wine in my face. It is for Leah.
You're like those. I know. I've seen how terrible those stairs are.
This is really funny.
You know, railing. Yeah. Joe fucking always falls down.
Do we have links?
Head.
You
He's
go,
like,
pour this on me.
Negan.
Pour this on me, Leah.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Where?
I don't know. I'll just drink it out of your hand. Oh, went up my nose. Oh, it fucking went up my nose.
You look all bloody.
You're gonna regret that in the morning.
Oh, I just ate around.
Hey, must be.
Oh my God, Cigar guts.
I'm gonna regret that in the morning.
Get your Red Wings, brother.
Yo, that shit went up my fucking nose.
Bone saw is ready.
Bone saw is
You
ready.
have boogies on you.
Boogies.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We should clip that. We should clip Leah saying, "Ew, you have boogies on you." Listen to this. Yeah.
Oh.
I can't believe how you sound. Like, I love you so much that it's unbelievable. Like,
SITH NEGAN.
oh my God. I wish you said my name there. Can I get you to do that with my name? Holy shit. Like, hold on, Ray. Like,
What are you typing?
no, I just trust.
He's like,
No, just trust me on this. Just trust me on this. Like, this is amazing. Listen to this, right? This is good right here.
SITH NEGAN.
Yeah. Sith Negan with a $1,000 bomb. Sith Negan. Get it up. Get it. There we go. Get it going more. One more.
SITH NEGAN.
This is amazing right now.
SITH NEGAN. SITH
Coming
NEGAN.
I think.
Okay, one more, and then we're done.
I think I got her to say the enemy design too. Mind.
The wheel later to see.
Thank you. When we spin the wheel. Didn't I get her to say the enemy design? Oh, I got those. They were $2 at Walmart. Those like cheese. I got those. They were $2 at Walmart. I think I've been better. Yeah, I think I got separate sicknesses all together, and then I had anxiety. On when we spin the wheel, you have a chance to win. Thank you. I'm rich, bitch. That's right. Sith Negan dropped $1,000, so I figured I'll break my dollar glasses.
weighing in at 200 pounds.
About to come
6'1"
down the aisle. Oh yeah.
Sith Negan. The enemy design.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh yeah. Now this is top-rate production. You don't get this shit anywhere. Sid, thank you so much, man. Holy fuck, Leah. Holy Fucking
goddamn. Sith Negan dropped $1,000. Fuck it, they were $1. I'm rich, bitch. I'm rich, bitch. They were $1.
Were they really?
Yeah. They were a little. I'm rich. I'm rich. What a dildo.
Like, it doesn't make any not a homosexual.
What? What the fuck? Let's clip that. Yeah, there was so much stuff that like I had plenty of stuff to listen to.
The enemy designed.
Oh my god, this is amazing. The enemy designed. Stuff.
Monday night.
Kumar's gay now, so.
Oh.
And I always think about fucking. He left because of that opportunity to upload.
I was trying to find the other song I made with her. I can't find it though.
He was like, it was funnier.
Do
you even wear glasses? What
I
the
was
fuck?
prepared to eat your placenta. Remember when you gave birth the third time? Alrighty.
Joe, I
Leah.
thought you were a Bruins, not a Red Wings fan.
Oh yes, why? I get it. The
Leah,
blood.
go
I
ahead
get
and,
it. Say Sith Negan's voice into the microphone the best you can, just so we can get it. You can be
I
part.
don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna create something later, but just you go ahead. Say Sith Negan. Go ahead now.
Sith Negan.
Yeah. Now say it one more time. Say Sith Negan, but say it with.
You got
say,
boogies on your mic.
what? There's
Boogie, boogie everywhere.
Oh, are you serious? This
Why do you?
Yeah, it was pretty gross, man. But anyway, it was a great night. Go watch Monetize This if you missed it. $3.95. We're coming up on episode 400 of Monetize This. 5-6 hours of wetness. Donnie Murdoch, thank you for the $2 though, man. And everybody else, thank you as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it away, Jim Cornette, and I'll see you guys on Patreon. I uploaded a little audio clip on Patreon. Go check that out too. Thank you, Chase. I will read that. And I will catch you guys tomorrow.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Why don't you eat the cheese out of your mother's vagina before you kill her?